The Handmaids of the Sacred Heart of Jesus is a Roman Catholic religious institute that was founded in Madrid, Spain, in 1877 by two sisters, María Dolores and Raphaela. María Porras y Ayllon.Rafaela. María became its first superior general in 1877, and in the same year, the congregation received papal approval. The focus of the institute is on children's education and helping at retreats, reflected in its 130 convents in 27 countries, and the number of schools that it has founded. Members of the institute carried the letters A.C.I. or A.C.J. after the names. History. Raphaela María Porras y Ayllon. Raphaela María Porras was born in Pedro Abad, Spain, on March 1, 1850. She was the youngest of 7 children of well-to-do, pious parents, Ildefonso and Raphaela Porras. She and her sister, María Dolores, entered the novitiate of the Sisters of Mary Reparatrix, where Dolores was given the name of Sister María del Pilar. Church authorities and the religious community mission had some disagreements about the future role as educators in Córdoba, and the sisters decided to leave the diocese. Raphaela, her sister and some of the other novices remained there to form a new community, and subsequently went to Madrid. In 1877, under the authority of the Cardinal Archbishop of Toledo, the sisters took the vows and founded the Handmaids of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. In 1886, receiving a decree of praise from the Vatican, the sisters became the Institute of Handmaids of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, with Raphaela at its head. Following the spirituality of St. Ignatius of Loyola, the community spread quickly throughout Spain. Raphaela resigned as the first superior general in 1893, spending the next 32 years in prayer and contemplation at the congregation's house in Rome. She died in Rome on the 25th of January, 1925. Raphaela María Porras y Ayllon was beatified by Pope Pius XII in 1952 and canonized in 1977 by Pope Paul VI. She is known as St. Raphaela Mary of the Sacred Heart Congregation. The Handmaids of the Sacred Heart of Jesus are one of many religious communities that share a historical connection to the spirituality of the Sacred Heart. Common elements among the Sacred Heart religious communities are the influence of the French school of spirituality, Ignatian roots, a missionary dimension, devotion to the Eucharist, and internationality, multiculturalism. The congregation, given the name Handmaids in honor of the Blessed Virgin Mary, quickly spread to other cities in Spain, and by 1921 the congregation had communities in other countries as well, in Italy, Argentina, England, Peru and Cuba. In 1926 the congregation made foundations in Bolivia, Chile, and the U.S. The congregation is a participant in UNANIMA International, a non-governmental organization advocating on behalf of women and children, immigrants and refugees, and the environment. England and Ireland. In 1925 the sisters opened a house in London. From London, the sisters came to Dublin in 1942 and opened a retreat centre in Finglas in North Dublin. Later they moved to Avoca Avenue, Blackrock, before being invited by the Archbishop of Dublin to move to what is now Street. Raphaela's School in Stillorgan, 1971. United States. In 1926, the Handmaids of the Sacred Heart of Jesus came to Philadelphia from Rome at the invitation of Cardinal Dennis Doherty. The sisters opened a small chapel on 34th Street, near the University of Pennsylvania, and began to teach classes in business skills, languages and the arts. These classes were well attended both by the women students at the university and by working women. In 1947, the Handmaids of the Sacred Heart opened a private elementary school for girls in Wyncote, Pennsylvania. The school was named A.C.I Academy, from the Latin word for handmaid. In 1957, the Handmaids started Assumpta Academy, a boys' school named after Mother Assumption, a founding sister. In 1969, the two merged to become A.C.I Assumpta Academy. The Handmaids operate the St. Raphaela Center in Haverford, Pennsylvania, are engaged in pastoral ministry in Miami, Florida, and work with immigrants in Athens, Georgia, Philippines. The congregation came to the Philippines in 1966 and established schools. The Santa Rafaela María School, Quezon City, started its operation in 1976. Schools founded by the Institute. Spain, Madrid, Salamanca, Valladolid, Chile, Colegio Universitario Ingles, Japan, Seizen International School, Seizen University, Gotanda, Tokyo, Seizen Jogakuon College, Nagano Pref. Portugal, Portugal Province official website. Oporto College official website.